One of the difficulties in being a teenager or even a preteen in today's world is in some way the absence of something to rebel against. There was a time when a teenager, feeling a little rebellious, wanting to establish a little independence, would disagree with parents or with school or with the community on principle, on belief, on moral values. When you have a society where there are no principles, there are no beliefs, and there are no moral values, how is a kid supposed to rebel? Let's put it in different words. A teenager rebels by having a better idea. The parents gave them a certain view, a set of values. Teenagers always think they can do better. There's something very nice about that. You think you can do better. There's something noble about it. You found flaws in society, in your school, in your religion, in your parents' values, and you think you can do better. Even if you can't. It's a nice thought. It's a noble attempt. And that's how people used to rebel in the past. Even communism or other revolutions. They thought they could make things better. Today, when teenagers rebel, and it's younger and younger every year, the only thing they can rebel against is sanity. Because there are no principles, there are no values. So the difference now is, in the olden days when they rebelled against concepts, it may have been ideologically wrong. It wasn't dangerous or unhealthy. Today, when children rebel, the only thing they can rebel against is sanity, structure, rules, which are there only for safety. So when they rebel, they have to do things that are unhealthy. Because all they were taught was how to be healthy. All we want is for you to be happy, parents say. So how are kids supposed to rebel? By being miserable. I don't buy your happy thing. And they do themselves a lot of damage. So one of the benefits of the Ten Commandments, I know it sounds a little strange, but there are the do's and there are the don'ts. The don'ts are absolutely essential to life, because if you want to rebel, you have to know what to rebel against. If there are no thou shalt not, then there's nothing to rebel against. There's no way to show or express rebellion. Parents who have no rules, parents who have no values, parents who are completely permissive and indulgent, what are you going to rebel against? What can you say or do to disagree with your parents? Not brush your teeth? Not look both ways before you cross the street? Not drive when you're drunk? Are those the only ways we can rebel? That is dangerously sad. Sadly dangerous, I don't know. So one of the reasons for laws is so that you can break them without breaking yourself or hurting others. So things like eating a non-kosher sandwich. What's the harm? What's the harm? No, there isn't any great harm to the person, but a person who knows that they're not supposed to eat a non-kosher sandwich and feels really rebellious and is in a really bad mood can eat the sandwich, satisfy the rebellion, and he hasn't hurt anybody. Except maybe God. Children desperately need values, principles to keep or to violate, depending on their mood. But when we give them no values, no principles, no rules, no laws, there's nothing for them to enjoy. There's not even a good way to rebel. That's not nice. You can't deprive teenagers of their rebellion. So what happens in a traditional community, where there are strong values and strong principles and strong beliefs, a child can rebel by doing better than their parents, by being more traditional than their parents. It's a good rebellion. When you don't have those principles in place, that option is taken away. The only way to rebel is to be worse, not better. Every parent, in their heart of hearts, hopes that their child will rebel by being better, by doing better, even if only materially. We all want to see our children enjoying things we did not. We want them to have all the things we didn't have. We want them to be better. But to be better, you have to know what better is. When all things are equal, and you can do whatever you want as long as you feel like doing it, there's no way to rebel and there's no way to get better. That's why we have to start the education of values from a very young age. An education that doesn't include values, moral principles, is no education at all. Geography does not make you a better person. History may not make you a better person unless you draw some moral conclusions. I think that now, after COVID, we have the opportunity to change the educational system. I really don't care how much chemistry my child will learn, but I want him to come out a mensch. I want him to learn up from down, right from wrong, so that he's equipped to make a life for himself, not just a career. We call it making a living when you go to work, but you're not making a living. You're just making a career, which is an existence. You still got to get a life. So people get very frustrated, very anxious, very discouraged when they thought that having a career means having a life. And then they discover that it's not the same at all. Many people would give up their careers if they knew how to get a life. Life means knowing why we're here, knowing what we're here for, knowing right from wrong, and contributing. Being part of the solution and not part of the problem. That's how we fix the world. That's how we elevate the world. That's how we bring heaven down to earth. If you enjoyed this conversation or this topic, and you're looking for more information, or you want to hear it again from another angle, there's a way to do that. And that is in this book. It's all there. Order it from Amazon. You can read it, reread it, and share it. I want to invite you to join us as VIPs, partners in our work, and join us also for a personal chat with other members of the VIP club. We talk about many things. There's an opportunity to ask, to respond, to make a comment, to meet the other supporters. And together we can really make a difference in Jewish life and in life in general. So join us. It's goodtoknow.org. Log in, call, make contact, and join us with the VIPs.